Okay, so if you go to freedombynumber.com/sale, you can see we have new products. We have at least 7 new products because our middle daughter, is turning 7. The website is also 7 years old. And we have more than 7 new printables for you guys that you can use to grow your own business. So we've gone through the years of growing this business to try to offer like easier and easier products to get you success faster. So we have the Printables by Number course that teaches you how to create your own printables from scratch and how to sell them and goes through the whole shebang. Thanks, Lucinda. So you can go through the blog, the Printables by Number course and learn everything step by step. Or you can get one of our templates and kind of jump a little ahead and kind of get that template and start working off that and buy one of our sales templates too. So we're trying to get things to you as easy as possible so you can get to that next step and you can save a lot of time. So we'll go through our 7 new printables and then we'll also give you 3 different ways that you can sell them.
Absolutely. And as a disclaimer, as we get into these, some of these you might already see out there in marketplaces. And trust me, that is not a bad thing. That is a good thing, because that proves that these templates, these ideas, these strategies are proven. They're selling. If they're out there and there's a lot of competition, that means there's a big piece of the pie that you can take your slice of as well. And it's a great motivator for you. So our job is to take away all the things that can go wrong. And so these are going to help you out. And we have a fun little order for how we decided to put these together. So let's see if you guys can pick up on it. So number 1, Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and everybody is, a lot of people are getting ready for it, planning it, trying to make the day special. And so we have our Valentine's Day activities, which they can do some really cool things with, like.
They're beautiful. They're very detail oriented. You have to go check them out, and the preview that we have there on our store. If you can, can you show it?
Sure. You just keep talking about it and I'll bring it up.
So there's kids activities in the Valentine's Day printables. There's activities you and your love can do. And it's a great way to kind of get this demand of traffic of a lot of people looking for seasonal things and use that as either a freebie, use a couple pages out of the deck for a freebie, and then convert the rest of it to a product that you can sell in your own store. All right. So you have it there.
Yep. Where are you?
Right there.
And I'll also make sure we can see it on the screen. Here we are. Oh, that's the wrong screen.
Inception.
Boom, boom, boom. There we are.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. So let's go through each one and kind of show it on the screen.
Okay.
I'll be a little closer to you. I'm in the bubble. All right. Let's go to the next one.
All right. Number 2, you got me doing all kinds of fun things here.
Yeah.
Is a pregnancy journal.
Tell us about that, John.
Well, you got me getting on the screen here as well.
All right. Pregnancy journal. Great for audiences of new moms or moms to be, or, moms are being born every day. New moms are being created, right? Every day.
Yeah, that works.
So the pregnancy journal is there to help that mom go through that journey and get ready, get their bags ready, get their house ready, get them emotionally ready to have this beautiful little bundle of joy. And it's beautifully made. You can then take this template and rebrand it to your own colors, your own fonts, and use it for your business, or you can personally use it too.
Right. So after a successful Valentine's Day and a successful pregnancy journal, you might have some new bundles of joy running around. And so we have for you as well some early educational posters, which I will be pulling up as Susie starts to talk about it.
All right. So educational posters are fantastic because you can use them personally, which I am. And then you can, for homeschoolers, they're fantastic. For moms, for parents, anywhere, kids age range from 2 to 3 to probably 8 or 9, because there's some advanced math like division and multiplication in there. So these are really well done, beautiful educational posters. Depending on what niche you're in, they can work really, really well.
Absolutely. So as they get beyond the basics of the educational, it's time to get them to start doing some work for you. And so we also have some chore charts as well. And let's go ahead and find those. Thank you.
So we are at that stage right now where our kids are getting a little relaxed. And so we want to keep them on track with their chores, like brushing their teeth. We get a lot of pushback on why we have to brush our teeth twice a day, because I already did it today. So why do I have to do it again? And then also we are struggling a little bit with staying on track of homework. So a lot of these printable packs that we have in our store, I create for my own personal use. So they're products that I want and that I'll use. And I'm like, oh, hey, if I'm needing this product, my audience will probably need it as well. So I love these chore charts for kids. They go from homework to toilet training chart to brushing my teeth to meal planning. Really awesome. And you can brand and change them as you wish.
Yeah, and that's a really cool thing that Susie touched on there was a lot of these designs are things that we find will be useful for our lives as well. And that's a really good like market validation idea. Sometimes you think, hey, I would love this. And so that's one piece of the puzzle. And the second piece is, are other people interested in this? And so if you can find something that you're interested in, you're going to have the passion, you're going to be able to sell it, you're going to know how to speak to the person who would want to buy that. But then if you can validate that by saying, hey, this already exists or people are already doing this, that's a really good 1-2 punch to make sure the product will sell when you create it. All right. Number 3, home cleaning planners.
All right. Now that you have little kids running around, we're going through all the printables and stages of life. Now we have to keep that home tidy, which takes about a lot of time. So it's insanely stressful to keep the home happy and clean because the little children, they go somewhere and they start something. And then like after 5 minutes, they're like, oh, I'm done with this task. And they go to the next thing. And they just like little landmines just go through the house and just making a little explosion here and a little explosion there. And it just doesn't stay tidy. So anyway, that's from personal experience.
Can you tell?
So having a schedule to keep your home nice and clean and pretty and organized brings a lot of peace and control to, most of the time it's the mom who's kind of cleaning the home, or the dad if the dad's cleaning the home. John does the kitchen every night and I do the rest of the home. So it's a team effort here.
I haven't seen this page. I really like this. So it's a room by room checklist. Because normally it's like, oh, pick up your clothes and all this. But then every room does have its specific thing. This is really, really cool.
Isn't that awesome?
You can print this out. And I almost think like you go to public restrooms sometimes and there's like a cleaning chart on the door and you can kind of have that going on for your house, which I think could definitely be helpful. And hey, you could also link this to their allowance. They don't do the thing. They don't get their allowance. Just throwing that out there for those allowance givers in the audience. And we're going to move on to the next.
Just check the comments. Just make sure
everything's
okay.
Let's make sure.
New
products look great.
Pretty. Okay.
Marjorie's asking, is it being recorded?
Yes.
Absolutely. It'll be recorded on our YouTube channel and Facebook page. Oh, good stuff. Okay. You guys can hear us loud and clear. Fantastic.
Okay. Awesome.
All right.
Okay. Yeah. I saw somebody said, if we're out of sync with the audio, if my mouth is moving and the words aren't coming out, just refresh and it should work.
Perfect.
So the next one is, oh my gosh, my favorite, because you guys know we're going on a road trip. If God willing, if everything goes well, we will be on our road trip starting in June. And so I personally kind of created this for me because I need this. But if anybody else is going on a road trip, or if you have an audience that do travel across the summers or whenever, I mean, we can go on a road trip today.
Well, there's a huge industry, a huge niche of full-time families, of people who do the travel vlogging. And those channels tend to have a lot of traffic. It's very great, but they don't always have anything to sell. So this is a really cool thing where you can actually sell to those influencers and even create a business there.
Smart.
So
like affiliates.
Booyah.
So smart. Anyway, so beautiful road trip packing list. Like games for the kids to play when they're in their car and you're driving for 6 hours at a time. List of national parks, things I saw. I remember us playing some of these games, like the alphabet game. I really like that one. I remember the stretch of road we were on, and we would be like, okay, let's see something that starts with an A, something that starts with a B. Oh, it was so fun. So I cannot wait to go on the road trip again and use these printables to help make sure I have everything and I don't forget anything.
And I remember from our last road trip, we had like toys and drawers, and there's all these like really messy things we had in the car trying to keep the kids entertained. And what's cool about this is there's normally going to be that one planner in the family where you can be that person that has the master binder and the master planner. And so you could have the sheets of the different games and all the different things you can do. So this can really save some time and keep some sanity during a crazy road trip for sure.
Yes. And it's a great way because a lot of times I hear that there's a little bit of a slump over your summer sales. So having products that kind of fill up and beef up that summer, less of demand in some niches, then you can use something that applies to that season.
Fantastic. Speaking of seasons, another season we're about to go into for the religious among the audience is...
So Lent starts in about 3 weeks. So we have a religious Lent activity pack, again, something that we will use in our family. So if this is your audience, again, riches are in the niches. So this would be a great kind of template that you can use if this is your awesome audience, and we support you and we want you to help your audience as well learn more about the awesome season of Lent.
Also, just want to comment. I love the color scheme. Our team is doing such an awesome job. The Lent purple for that season. The road trip was, I don't know if you noticed this, it was kind of black and yellow, like road signs. So really, really fun. These will definitely pop in any marketplace or store we'll talk about.
I know. I can't wait to have the kids do these. I know. You're like, yeah, I should do that. Look at that.
So cool.
Holy Friday, Holy Saturday.
All right. So,
okay.
Fantastic. So that is all 7 there. Let's go ahead and take a quick little break here before we move on to the next section. And what do you guys think about that so far? Leave in the comments which one was your favorite. And also, as you can tell, we're having a ton of fun creating these things. If you have an idea for something that you think would be really awesome, please feel free to email us your ideas at friends@freedombynumber.com. Obviously, we want to make sure we build things will help your store and your business do really great. So let us know in the comments what you think of these, and email us if you have any new ideas as well.
Awesome. So one thing that I thought about earlier today, a way that you can make your products have a better, be more impactful. And you won't hear this from like big gurus and whatnot, because it's like, this is how to sell more. But I think a strategy that really works, because there's so much kind of anxiety and stress and so on in life. So if your product in some way can bring them a smile or bring them some happiness, then do that. And you can do that literally on any of the planners. You can put inspirational quotes. You can put things that they can be grateful for. So any way that you can use your product to bring a smile to somebody else's face, they'll go back and be like, oh, I used that printable. I don't know why I liked it so much, but it really made me smile. There was like a little piece of wisdom. There was a little cute joke. It's a small strategy to have your products have more of an impact. And I've always liked that.
Definitely. And just as a quick reminder, if you have any questions for us, not necessarily about these printables, but we'll do a quick Q&A at the end. So feel free to put those in the chat. And Cherry, I know you're on. I just upgraded you so you can star their good questions for me. So that's wanted to let you know about that. All right. So shall we roll into the next portion, which is 3 different ways of how to sell these printables? All right. What's number 1? This is kind of your bread and butter here.
All right. So number 1, if you don't have an audience at all, if you are starting from scratch, we recommend going to a marketplace like Etsy. Etsy sells lots of beautiful, creative things that people create, right? But they're not all physical. They're not all physical handmade crafts, which I'm literally on an Etsy store right now, and I'm like about to buy something physical. It's so cool. Anyway, so I love Etsy. A lot of cool ideas on there, but people also sell a lot of printables on Etsy. So you can start your little store on Etsy. It works in most of the countries across the world, not every single country, but it's a great place to get started. And we recommend kind of using Etsy as a testing bed, but not staying on it forever, because the competition is a little high on Etsy. They take a fee. There are some downsides, but the pros, if you're just starting out, it's a really good place to start and kind of get your feet wet.
Absolutely. The first sale is the hardest sale. And so you want to make sure you make that as easy as possible. And so getting started on a platform that already has traffic, already has customers, already has that proof and that authority built up is a great place to get started. There are a number of downsides as you start to grow your own audience. You can generate traffic and send it to your Etsy store, and they end up buying your opponent or your competitor's products. And so your opponent, I'm sorry.
Yes.
My kids are into jujitsu now, and so everything is like in combat language for me. Sorry about that. Calm it down a little bit. So as you start to build up that traffic, you have a couple different routes you can go where you start to control the entire environment. Option number 1 of that portion, but number 2 overall is you can sell on your own website. And as an example of that, you can go to Freedom by Number. We have custom built that website. It doesn't have to be as crazy as what we've kind of put together, but it's a great way for you to start to have a bit more control over the environment. You can decide how the pages look. You can decide what they see when they're there. You can decide to get rid of the distractions instead of seeing all these pop-ups when they're on your products page. So it's a really helpful way. And we do show you how to set all these things up inside of our Printables by Number, of course.
Yes, we do go through Etsy and WooCommerce in Printables by Number. And also we go through the third method here that we're going to go on to. You skipped it. I see that.
What?
There was 2 number 2s.
Yep. I wanted to be extra prepared.
I'm like a kid. I'm like, teacher, there's a mistake. Anyway.
You didn't catch the sound.
I did
that was my fault. I'm not blaming her.
It was like a big red button.
She likes to catch all my little bugs.
Number 3 is to create a funnel. So this is the way to get the highest conversions, right? So if you sell your printable on Etsy, there's a lot of distractions. There's other people selling stuff too. If you sell in a store on your blog, it's good, but they might be distracted with the other products. If you want them to focus on one product, then you create a beautiful sales page for that one product and you create a funnel for it. And there's a free software that is really powerful and fantastic to just get started on. So it's called system.io, and we have templates for it. So it literally gives you the sales page template. And then you literally take our Canva template, rebrand it, add some good stuff for your own niche, then get our sales page template, fill that out, and boom, you have the product, you have the sales page, and now all you have to do is go share it on social media or share it with your audience, and you can start driving sales.
Absolutely. The funnel has the most steps to set up because every product has its own sales page, and then you get to choose if you want to give them a special optional upgrade. If you buy this, you have a chance to get this at a discount. And all these steps take a little bit of work to put together. But the benefit of it is you're actually creating a little machine, a little selling machine that is predictable. And you can actually get to the point where you're making enough money from everybody who comes in that you can pay for advertising to continue to grow and build your business and do it kind of a bit more calculated way. It's definitely like an engineering approach is why I gravitate towards the funnel side so much. But it's super powerful. And it's one where you don't need, there's notorious softwares out there that are like $500 a month and they're buggy. I'm not going to mention any names. There might be some people who know what I might be talking about. You don't need that, especially when you're getting started. You can actually get started for free and have all the fun glitz and glam. And so we're really impressed with it. And yeah.
You want to show it off? Just the system.io page, just so that they know what we're talking about.
So if you go to freedombynumber.com/SIO, that is our affiliate link, just as a precursor. And I will try my best to not mess anything up. Here we go. So they change their page all the time. I can tell they're definitely doing the marketing thing. They're testing it out. So currently it's the world's easiest all-in-one marketing platform. And so what does that mean? So sales funnels, so you can create all these cool pages and design them just the way you want to. You can actually send your emails from them. So if you're paying $30 a month, $50 a month for email marketing, that would be kind of consumed by this.
Can we put our affiliate link on there?
Yeah, if you want to talk for a little bit, I can do that.
And they also have an affiliate program. So if you have a fantastic product, kind of what John mentioned earlier, like the road trip planner, and you set that up as an affiliate product, you can go to other big travel bloggers or travel influencers and tell them, hey, do you want to sell this awesome template? You get 50%, I get 50%. You bring the audience, I created the product, and it can work really well together. So system.io has that feature so that you can leverage other people's audiences.
Absolutely. So as you guys probably know, we love WordPress and all these technical blogging things. But if you want just something simple that doesn't crash and all that stuff, you can actually build. I mean, WordPress is awesome, but it can be a little tricky. I'm gonna call a spade a spade. So you can do very simple websites with System.
Well, not really blogging. It's not set up for SEO blogging. That's why we still recommend WordPress and Blog by Number. But if you just want a 1 or 2 page website, this can work.
Yeah, if you want to build your main business on YouTube or a podcast or something like that where you don't really do SEO as much, then this would be a great place to simplify things. All right, we are really heavily advertising System. We can relax on that.
That was not our intent.
No, but here we are. So with that, that's what we have for you guys today. So just to wrap up, we have fantastic new products in our store, freedombynumber.com/sale. Check them out. We're really, really excited. I hope these are fantastic. We've been getting some really, really cool testimonials and reviews from all of our products.
I just want to show them this. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I just scroll through it?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, is it?
Take your hand off the mouse. Take your hand off the mouse. All right. Let's go ahead and go back. All right. Cool. So this is our current storefront. So in the 3 options, this is kind of option 2 and option 3. But that's a little sneaky. So here's where you can scroll through and see all the products that are here. And if you, take a look at them, enjoy, have fun.
All right, so get to the comments.
Let's get to some comments. All right, so we'll go into here.
I don't know if that little person thing is updating. It's still the same number. How's it 0 on Facebook?
We have people. Okay.
I see Facebook people. I think it's lying.
All right, so we're focused on all the fun little details of our streaming platform. Let's get to some of your questions here. And we got Brienne Clemenson. Yes, I already created some of these style printables and I get no sales. Yes, I have been through Printables by Number, going through steps 1 and 2. What else advice do you get to take sales? Okay.
All right. So it could either be that you're getting really low traffic. So I would make sure that you're promoting it in the right areas, because sometimes you might be promoting something to an audience that aren't interested in what you're selling. So you kind of have to have that audience and product connection and make sure that they both match well. You can do that. Also, we have some social media images that you can use. Maybe we can have better mock-ups of your product. That can help. If you have an audience, you can ask them for feedback. Maybe you can give your printable to, say, 10 people, and you ask them, hey, do you like this? Do you not like this? Give me some feedback on how I can improve.
Yeah, about the traffic thing. Number one is, I'm not sure from your question. You didn't say if you're selling on Etsy or on your own website. I'm going to assume you're selling on Etsy if you're on kind of phase 1. So you might be like, Etsy has traffic. So the question is, are you able to capture some of that traffic? And that really boils down to a couple of different aspects. So number one, we have to look at your description. Are you using the words that people are searching for to find your product? Like if you're using a proven product template, maybe you're just not describing it in the way where people go to the search. Maybe yours isn't popping up. So that it's kind of like SEO, like search engines, using the right words. And number 2 is getting some of that social proof. So if you can give discounts and help people, get it for the first time, leave a review. That's really good feedback for you. It also helps the algorithm of Etsy to make sure that to promote your product. So there's a couple different ways to do that. And hopefully that gives you something to go off of there. All right, next one. I see that your home cleaning planner pages are rather minimalist, not colorful like your other products. Is there a reason for that? Ooh.
No, I just figured because they're cleaning printables, they should be clean. But if you have any feedback, we're happy to take feedback and change them. They're also there so that you can brand them more to your own audience. But yeah, Sean, if you have any feedback of kind of examples of what you'd like to see, we can always have like a minimalist cleaning pack and then a maximalist cleaning pack. But regardless, we love feedback. So please give us that, because we're here to create things for you.
And, I'm just going to hop on. This kind of ties in nicely from Brianne's question earlier, where part of what we are also doing is we're using the data as well. We want to see, hey, what is working best for our audience? And also if we see that, hey, the super colorful ones aren't selling, the minimalist ones are selling better, it helps us direct what's better for you guys as well for the future. So always use that. Never think that you can know instantly what's going to be the best. You have to use the data and experiment to figure out what works best for your audience.
Yeah, because I promoted a couple of different products in yesterday's broadcast, and I pinged John. I'm like, I bet you this one's going to sell the best. And it did not. It was completely something different. So I'm like, wow, okay. Well, that proved me wrong.
Yeah. We love having all the betches.
Yeah.
I bet you this. All right. Miss Chapman asks, I'm just jumping in. Are these planner sheets brand new? I purchased a package before Christmas. Is this different? Most likely. So you can always go in and go to your account. I think you're probably referring to the overall planner.
Yeah,
bundle.
The planner template is still the same.
Yeah, that's still the same. That's still out there. These are new products that are in the store. So you can always take a look at how these might fit in, or which is right for your audience. And you can always log in and check to see your order, your purchase history. Make sure you don't buy anything a second time. So
there's no search, is there? I want to type in planner.
Yeah, at the top. Oh, no.
No, there's no search. Okay. Oh, okay.
All right. Squirrel. Squirrel. We're not playing the website right now. All right. Ooh, great question. Wondering if and when you'll be updating list by number. Also, will you update it using system.io? Ooh, fantastic. That is actually what we're working on behind the scenes right now.
John has assigned us that we'll do it in February.
Yep, it has been spoken. It has been spoken. It will be done. So we...
From Mandalorian.
Oh, yeah. I have spoken.
I have spoken.
Anyways. Wow, we're such nerds. Yes, we are actively planning out the updates to list by number. If you don't know what that is, it's currently not for sale, but it is our email marketing course. We currently have an email list of over 160,000 people. And
Thank you guys.
thank you very much for being subscribers if you are. If not, you can go to our website and sign up for something. It'd be great. And so in list by number, we want to kind of walk through that entire process out after you either started your blog or started your digital product store. How do you use that to build your asset base of your email list? So if you're interested in that, make sure you do get on our list so you can find out when it is getting relaunched at a really, really, really cool time.
Is that before or after we go see Willie Nelson?
I don't know. We need to look at one of our planner pages and see where it fits in.
March, I want to have a birthday theme for her March calendar. Are there customizable calendars? Yeah. So in the planner template, there's a lot of calendars in it. And you can customize every pixel on every template we have. Margaret Thatcher voice. Sorry, I'm like living in a TV show right now. So yes, you can customize all the templates that we have. We try to showcase all the pages that are in the template if you go to that products page, and then see them in detail. If you have any questions at all, if you're like, I wonder if this is in there or not, can you recommend the right product? Please reach out to us. We're here to help you find the right product for your niche so that you can be successful.
Absolutely. Diana asks, are the printables designed by a graphic designer? Yes, the little Freedom by Number team has started to grow a little bit. We've added on some full-time designers onto our team, which they're doing fantastically. So if you're wondering how we're kicking out products so quickly, it's not just us staying up all night, but we're starting to build out a really, really cool team that is doing phenomenally.
Yeah. So I sketch up what needs to go into the planner with the market research that we do. We get our drafts out, we review them, we submit changes, and it goes back and forth until it goes into the store.
Right. And so if you look at some of these templates and you see, oh, they're $65 or $20 or whatever, like they are all products that we have invested our own money into to create and to validate and to go back and forth. And furthermore, if you're going through, even after we've done all of our quality checks, which we have an entire amazing Trello board for all of our processes, if you see anything that's not quite right, let us know. Our designers are on our full time to go through and make these as good as they can possibly be.
There's so many people selling printables on Etsy. How can I sell in the sea of printables on Etsy? You can start with Etsy. Like we said, that's kind of a place to start. If you see like the same thing over and over, think, how can you make it different? How can you niche down? How can you combine two niches? Say planners, just selling a planner in general, it's kind of boring. A lot of people just sell planners, but how can you make that more specific to your niche? A planner for Catholic moms, right? Because it has like the liturgical days and the special holidays and the special seasons. So take the products that we have and then niche it down to your specific audience. That's where you get better sales and better conversions. If you're the only one that uses like two really popular categories and you kind of combine them to create this beautiful product that works for that. That's what I found. And then I'm happy to spend money on something very specific. So I go on Etsy and I find very like specific things and not generic things I can find anywhere. And I'm happy to spend $44 on, I'm not going to tell you what.
So curious. She's been talking about this thing she bought for so long and I don't know what it is yet. Another idea is just think about the concept of something unique versus a commodity. Now we are selling templates. Templates are kind of the foundation. You are, not supposed to. You do what you want to do, but the idea is to build on that and add something to take this commodity product and make it a unique, special offer that cannot be put, cannot be found anywhere else in the way that you've created it.
Yeah.
By doing that, you can't compare them versus the sea of products out on Etsy. So maybe just go and spend 30 minutes and just have a sheet of paper and just brainstorm all the things that would be like, oh, that'd be cool. Oh, that'd be cool. How can you make yours a little bit different than anything else that's out there? Once you do that, your product cannot be compared like dollar for dollar against the other products that are on the store. So it takes a bit more work. But if you're struggling to make that first sale, part of it can be the branding of it and the marketing of adding exactly what they want that's a little different than what's already out there in the sea.
Right. A good tip that you can do is we have so many template packs. You can take 2 of them and combine them to make something different, or any of the template packs you can add in the worksheet, the workbook template that we have, or the ebook template. And then you can add text pages to your, say, educational posters. You take that educational posters template and you take the ebook template, and then you write up like really awesome tips and tricks for your audience, and you give them educational posters. So you're combining something, you're giving them that awesome knowledge and the printables, and that sets you apart from just selling educational posters.
100%. All right, we'll do a couple more. I know I feel really guilty because we kind of screwed up in the beginning. So let's try to get through as many as we can here. Elizabeth asked a really great question. How do you start an email list when you have no contacts? So that is a really, really big question. That's going to be a lot at the beginning of List by Number. I'll give you like the brief overview though, is you have no contacts. True. But I remember I had a job in high school selling knives for Cutco. Some of you in the audience may know what Cutco is. It's a vicious company that makes you basically alienate your friends and family to get sell more knives, and like they teach you all like these crazy sales tactics. Anyways, good product. Not a huge fan of that style of going out and trying to use your personal audience. So the idea, what's embedded in, there's a reason why I told that silly little story, is that I don't want you to think that you need to go and dial down your phone list in order to build your email list, right? What you want to do, again, we won't go into too much depth here, but decide who it is you want to serve. Who do you want to have on your email list? What are their characteristics? And specifically, where do they spend their time? Where do they congregate? Do they go on Facebook groups? Are they in forums? Do they read blogs? Do they listen to podcasts? You have to kind of figure out where the people are that you want, because the idea is you're not trying to create traffic. You're not trying to do any of that. Activity is happening around the internet all the time. You just need to figure out where they are and insert yourself into that conversation by being a helpful servant. And then when you follow the steps in List by Number of having the right offer, you get them onto your list. So that's a basic thing there. If you're starting from scratch, I know it can seem overwhelming, but just keep that in mind and do some research, figure out where your perfect person hangs out.
Yeah.
All right.
Start an Etsy shop. I'm working on starting marketing on Pinterest. Thoughts on whether I should use my personal Pinterest account or start a business one? Start a business one. Use your personal one for your own personal pins. You might have already had it for years, and there might be some wedding gown pins and some baby blanket pins and whatnot. You could make all those boards private. You could do that. That's possible. Or you can just start a business account. So I would suggest kind of just starting from scratch, and then using some of our social media images. You can use those. The 100 euros, that one actually has long vertical mock-ups as well. So if you want to get like Pinterest mock-ups, then check out the 100 euros. It's in the store.
Yeah. And one thing I would say, I would not consider using a personal account. And here's why, from personal experience. You can only have one personal account. So if, say, for example, for whatever reason, you pin something you shouldn't have pinned, or an algorithm goes crazy, if you get your personal account shut down, that's all your stuff. So definitely open a separate business account. If you ever decide to start growing your Pinterest and start running ads on it or doing any of those types of things, you start getting a different level of scrutiny from the company. And so just make sure that you abide by all the terms. And so starting with a business account, that gives you more backup plans in case anything does go wrong.
Thank you, Liz. We really appreciate it. Oh, we try our best. Like it brings us a lot of joy to serve you guys. And I have no idea how many people are on right now, but thank you guys for spending some time with us. We'll try to do more of these lives every week as things keep going.
Well, not more per week, but at least one per week.
Maximum.
We got stuff to do.
Maximum one per week.
Oh, Deanna would love to continue seeing more Catholic resources. Excited to use the Lenten resources. Fantastic.
Thank you, Diana.
It's actually been kind of interesting in our journey. I think we've gotten to the point of just kind of being good with who we are. Yeah. And in the beginning, you get worried about sharing more personal things about your life because you don't want to maybe offend anybody or put yourself out there or be ridiculed. But we found that it frees up so much of your clarity, because you are who you are, and you don't have to be a certain person in your personal life and then a different person during your business life.
Yeah.
That's been helpful. And also it does polarize your audience. Some people will say, absolutely not, I don't want to be associated with somebody who believes this or does that or acts this way. But it also will galvanize, and it'll actually strengthen the audience you have. It's a cool word. I like that word. I read it last night in the book. It'll strengthen the bond you have with those who do align with you. So this is who we are. We're goofy, and we quote Tolkien books and Lord of the Rings all the time. So
Diana, since we're on the topic now, I've been reading some Fulton Sheen books, and I'm like, I love his wisdom. And then they recorded some of his talks, and they have them on YouTube. So you can go search for him, and you can like see him speak and everything. It's really awesome.
When does a sale end? Soon.
Some of them are ending on Sunday, which is our daughter's birthday. Some of them a couple days later. Each product, as we kind of listed on the store, I set up the sale. I don't know exactly what I said. There's so many products now. So some expire before others. So if you like something and it's on sale, go ahead and grab it. There's not a set time because they're all a little different. We don't have like one coupon code and be like, this coupon code expires tomorrow. If they're on sale, go get them before they go away.
Yeah, we're still playing with it. I'll give us feedback on the store.
Yeah.
But there's so many buttons. It's so much fun.
Yeah. Each product is set up individually to expire on an individual date. Yeah, I wasn't very smart when I did that.
No, we're just living life, man. Yeah, it keeps them guessing. Keeps the people excited.
Cool.
Do you use ChatGPT, which is an artificial intelligence thingamajig? I'm finding ideas for my niche and using your templates to make printables. Love your templates. Smart digital mom life.
We've used Jasper. We love Jasper. It works really well. You can do super long form, and you can like build off your content as you're writing in Jasper. So it's really helpful for like blog posts. But if you need quick ideas of just like a little section at a time, ChatGPT is really cool. I've been playing around with it. It is an awesome tool. I don't know when they're going to start charging for it. So for now, if you want to go check it out, it is really nice to kind of help you get ideas for little things. I actually inputted like, write me a story about hobbits going to school or something. And it spit out a story. And yeah, it's a cool little program. It's really awesome. So yeah, go use it. And then get the ebook template that we have. And then like use ChatGPT. Of course, read through all the content you get from AI, because sometimes it does sound like AI and you have to change a little bit, add personality to it, and then plug it into that ebook template, and then boom, you're ready to go. You have a product.
Fantastic. Well, I think that's most of the questions. They keep popping in, so we'll have to stop at some point.
Yeah.
So sorry, guys, about the beginning of the video. Technology.
We're millennials. We're old on the internet now.
We're bloggers at heart,
We're very introverted.
Thank you guys for joining with us and having such a fun discussion. Hope you enjoy the products on our website, which is freedommynumber.com/sale. And any final words, Susie?
No, just thank you so much for spending some time with us. If you did like this live, if you want us to do this weekly, cheese. I said cheese.
Cheese and crackers.
Please leave a comment below and just let us know if we should continue doing these.
Yeah. Obviously, we enjoy it, but we have to like get clean and stuff and do our hair. So that's a bit of a burden. So that's it, guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, and see you hopefully next week.
Thank you. Bye.